Hi everyone.
This is me again, Janet.
I'm Rani.
Today we want to talk about something very sensitive.
Yes.
Okay, more to relationship and intimacy lah. Sebelum kami start, okay, saya mau kasih tahu lah, okay, sebab ini mostly memang ada sensitif sikit, tapi ini kami punya opinion sajalah, alright. And then, ada beberapa question juga yang kena tanya untuk soalan untuk si Rani pasal relationship. So itu akan kena tanya, itu kami jawab nanti selepas habis kami punya topics untuk yang kami mau cakap ni hari lah. Alright, pasal relationship and intimacy. Biasa dia ada beberapa isu tentang relationship lah. Jadi means that sebelum kau pilih kau punya partner, kan, kau punya partner, kau mau tahu whether dia ngam sama kau atau tidak, betul kan? Jadi sama juga kalau kau sudah kawin. Kalau kau sudah kawin, kau pun ada itu masalah juga. Jadi pun kita boleh kasih fix juga dia macam mana. I mean fix or something lah. So paling penting ialah sebelum kau dapat kau punya relationship, sebelum kau sama-sama ini kau punya partner untuk kau pilih seumur hidup sama dia. Jadi itu yang paling penting, whether dia ialah kau punya life partner ataupun tidak. So you have the choice lah whether to go on or to move on atau macam mana lah. Okay? Okay, so soalan pertama, okay, like in relationship, most common problem in relationship lah. Okay, spend more time apart than together.
Well, for me, ada couple dia ni banyak aura. So ada couple dia jenis yang selalu berkepit and it works for them. Ada couple yang tidak boleh, yang dia macam buat masing-masing and it works for them. Diorang tidak boleh berkepit. Ada couple yang berjauhan and it works for them. So there's no right and wrong. So that's my opinion. But let's just say kalau seseorang tu, if one of this in a couple, one of them dia mau berkepit saja sama orang, so that is already ada satu masalah sana. This person has insecurity issues. Okay, because as a human being we have to have our own things to do, our own minat. Kita mesti ada our own solid sense of self. So if orang tu terlampau berkepit sama orang, you are already, kamu sudah expect your loved one untuk buat kau gembira, and that is a very very heavy burden untuk angkat bagi orang yang kau expect tu mau kasih gembira kau. Because if you're not happy with yourself now, in a relationship you will not be happy either. Law of attraction is like that.
Okay, this is like spending all time together, leaving no space, begitu. So individual, tidak ada individual punya growth lah, gitu kan?
Yes, and seseorang tu kan dia boleh macam jadi, if you spend too much time together, lama-lama kan kau ada tu perasaannya macam I want to explore more, I want to see the world more. And itu usually I have a lot of customers like that. They usually berkepit sama dia punya, they think that this guy is the one yang akan make them happy. So dia berkepit, everything in her life is around this man. Apa dia buat, apa dia kerja is around this man. She has no life of her own. So this man will want to have his own space. Kalau bukan have his own space, dia mungkin terus akan break sama. First dia punya alasan, dia akan cakap he wants space. And then biasanya perempuan tu akan cari tu lelaki sampai lelaki tu akan rasa bosan. And then the break happens. And then the woman is single back, and that is when she has to find herself. That is when she builds her self-esteem, her self-love untuk diri dia sendiri. That always happens. So punya customer banyak begitu.
I mean that is the fact lah, mostly fact of life lah. Okay, jadi kau spend too much.
Sorry.
Sorry.
A breakup is not a bad thing, because a breakup is something for you to look at yourself. Untuk kau cari diri kau, untuk kamu discover yourself. Who are you actually?
Yes.
So until you find out who you are, you discover what is your sense of self. Every relationship that you get into is gonna end up the same. Okay, sorry, tapi asam sudah. Okay, next.
Okay, it's okay. Alright. Okay. Tadi kita cakap pasal spending more time together. Okay, spend more time together. Selalu bersama, leaving no space. Jadi sama-sama saya melakukan. Okay, so now the second question is okay, spending more time apart than together. Okay, macam kau sama-sama tapi kau jarang kau spend time sama-sama. Kau paling-paling kau selalu pergi sama kawan kau pergi tolong charity, kau pergi buat ini, kau pergi buat itu. Banyak kau busy betul. Kau less sama-sama kau punya partner. So okay, so that one we talk about that. What is the cost? I mean, what will happen if spending more times apart than together?
Bagi saya itu terpulang kepada how is the individual punya attitude, because not sometimes, most of the time, let's say ini satu bini, dia aktif betul, dia aktif di church lah, dia aktif buat aktiviti dalam masyarakat. Dia punya husband ni selalu di rumah, dia tidak suka jalan-jalan. So it also depends on what is the character of the man. If he doesn't like to go out, she cannot force him to go out either. So he just lets her do her thing. Okay, kalau masing-masing suka buat hal sendiri, it's okay, it's fine also. Dia tidak masalah juga. But of course you need to have time for both of you. If not, macam mana kamu mau kasih kembang kamu punya love, atau kamu kasih maintain kamu punya love? You have to remind each other, keep on reminding each other how you love each other, walaupun kamu busy dengan hal masing-masing.
Yeah, betul itu. So means that sometimes it also good being apart, tapi not all the time lah. And so I mean it's balance lah, should be balanced
Yes,
lah.
not until yang kamu tidak layan kamu punya loved one. Like not until your loved one feels ignored by you.
Minum dulu. Okay. Okay, panjang ni kita mau bercakap ni tau.
Ya, Bang.
Okay, so next
Dapat.
question. Okay. Constantly fight about the same issue. Okay. Mostly fight the same issue. Okay. Biasanya ada juga lah. Okay, like me, saya punya experience, saya punya sendiri fight the same issue is pasal kebersihan. Okay. So kebersihan jadi mau tolerate juga lah. Okay. So for me macam yang ada benda yang kau buat, ada benda kau punya husband yang buat. Okay, macam juga like sampah begitu, buang sampah begitu. So sometimes I don't think that is my saya punya kerja. So bila ini bergaduh berlaku, so and then masing-masing tidak puas hati. Jadi duduk sama-sama, and then berbincang. Okay, saya begini, kau begini, bagi-bagi kerja. Jadi saya tahu. So I think like that very effective way untuk kasih bagus itu relationship lah.
Communication, open communication is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, so what do you think lagi about ini fight about the same issues to all others couples in relationship or marriage? Ada juga marriage, masih lagi ada kah?
Ada banyak. Open communication is very important. Kalau kamu ada sesuatu yang tidak puas hati, it's better to open express. Kalau ada yang because one person dia punya perspective is different than yours, and then you're trying to make this person see your perspective, kadang-kadang tidak dapat because this person already has sudah set dalam minda dia, okay, so this is what I feel about this. So kamu mesti ada kata sepakat. But the most important thing is kamu mesti ada itu, you have to have itu consideration, because at the end of the day kamu adalah suami istri, kamu in relationship. Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Kalau kamu sayang tu orang, kamu mesti dengar, because if a woman keeps telling a man something and he never listens, itu perempuan akan simpan resentment. It will grow, that resentment will grow. So it's very important yang lelaki tu dia dengar.
Yes.
Ini saya punya klien, dia, a lot of my clients kan yang perempuan, dia always kalau tidak kena dengar oleh lelaki mereka, dia orang pandai ada tu rasa benci, and then benci tu pandai besar, and then lama-lama itu akan menyebabkan itu perceraian. So saya tidak kasih salah perempuan tu, I also tidak kasih salah lelaki tu sebab it's the communication problem.
Yes.
Masalah communication. If only sebab satu orang tengok macam ni, satu orang tengok macam ni. And if I see in the birthday calculation, saya tengok lelaki macam ni, ini perempuan macam ni. So if only you understand and you accept your couple exactly the way they are, and then things will be much better. Because if orang tu dia memang tidak pandai kasih bersih, kau tidak boleh paksa dia. Sebab that means this person needs help. This person needs your help.
Yes.
But at least maybe you can inspire them to help you. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Alright. Okay, ini mungkin banyak juga terjadi sama semua orang. Okay, what if you don't like their parents? Like vice versa, ni parents dia begini, ni parents dia begitu, saya punya parents begini, dia punya parents macam tu, begitu. So, do you think a man's ini in relationship ini, this man
Marriage
or
or
this
relationship?
marriage relationship, dah dua-dua lah, okay. Bila berjumpa sama parents ini, when one of them tidak suka itu parents adalah tidak suka ini parents, so do you think itu men should stand up for the women, for the women or not? When this one person dia tidak suka ini lelaki punya parents, probably mungkin to maybe terlampau control kah, terlampau tidak respectful kah, or a lot of things like begitu. So what do you suggest kalau if there's a relationship macam ini timbul?
Okay. If in a marriage,
You understand bahkan my
I
question?
understand.
Okay.
So if it's a marriage, okay, once you're married, you already one family. So parents semua tidak boleh masuk campur apa-apa. And if you have a problem, walau macam mana pun, your husband should stick up for your wife, for his wife. Okay, memang dia mungkin akan rasa ditentang, but if your parents really love you, they would want you to be happy, even though they are not happy with your decision.
So you suggest men's, dia punya husband kah, wife kah begitu, must stand up together lah. Kalau biarpun dia tidak suka dia punya family macam tu, right? Okay.
And also depends on the situation. On the situation juga, because kenapa dia tidak suka dia punya
Yes.
family. Saya bukan, I don't generalize everything. I have to see situation by situation juga.
Yes, betul juga tu. So
Because if maybe the husband punya parents dirang macam treat his wife badly, of course she feels hurt and she needs her husband's support to be there. Because if he does not support her, who does she have? And
if tidak macam mana? If this son, this person, dia lebih dengar cakap mama dia. So, if this person kena bully, dia punya wife kena bully, let's say lah. So, and then this guy punya family, tidak suka dia, kasih bully dia selalu. So, and then the guy, the son is stand for dia punya mother. So, how? Macam mana kalau begitu?
Okay, ini kamu kena faham, lelaki tu dia he is stuck in the middle. Okay, dia punya seorang lelaki ni dia paling tidak mau hurt anyone's feeling, especially the wife, apalagi the mom. My opinion is he should stand by the wife against the mom. I'm not against, but pertahankan dia punya family, pertahankan dia punya wife, because one day our parents are gonna leave this earth, and then who is left? You and your wife is left.
Yes. So ingat tu, jadi ini pun banyak juga soalan dia, especially parents punya. So I think men should be stand up for their punya wife lah.
Men, you are
Okay.
protectors. You are protectors of your wife and your children. You are the providers. You have to protect them. That's
Yeah.
your job.
Yes, and then women's, okay, macam perempuan don't have to be like you know, to deal with their parents if you don't like them, begitu. You don't have to. Tapi of course you have to respect, but you really don't have to deal. Sebab
Yeah.
this is about your happiness macam tu. Okay? So ini sensitive question, betul-betul sensitif. Adakah yang begitu? Banyakkah begitu?
Banyak.
Okay. You
Banyak.
see? But it's still not too late. Masih lagi boleh ubah, masih boleh fix punya. Everything boleh fix punya. Okay. Next question in relationship. Okay. Insecure about future together. What can you say about this? Like in relationship, before this person are into relationship ataupun dia orang mau tie the knot begitu, dia rasa insecure dia orang punya future. So what are your advice?
It's very simple. If this man cannot give you stability, then don't marry him. Because we women, we want stability. We need a man who can provide that. If that's what you want, find another guy.
Yes.
Jangan, you know, women they always make the mistake of staying in this relationship for the sake of staying in the relationship just because lama sudah. But where is this relationship going? Ada perkembangan? Is there progress? Ada kemajuan? Kalau begitu saja, that means this guy dia tidak pernah terfikir untuk bawa kamu ke hadapan, tidak pernah terfikir untuk bawa ada kemajuan. So just find another guy. Many fish in the sea, okay? Kamu jangan terlampau fokus kepada satu saja.
Okay, so ini cukup saja. Ini memang banyak kita membantu untuk perempuan kan. So what if a man? Okay, ini saja tiba-tiba like lelaki lah. Mungkin dia rasa dia bukan dia sedang mau bagi bini dia makan begitu. And then bini dia pun mesti mau cari kerja gitu. Kalau begitu, and then dia tidak sokong like what man mesti mau kasih makan untuk perempuan saja begitu. So tapi dia tidak agree begitu. Dia mau jual bini dia kerja ataupun perempuan kerja. So what do you think macam tu?
Okay, that depends. It depends on apa punya jenis lelaki kamu mau. Kalau if you want a guy to provide for you, to support you, you find a guy like that. If you don't like this kind of guy, then don't marry him. Yeah, it's simple. Because when you marry someone, you accept them 100% for who they are. You are with them. Whatever they are, apa dia orang punya ciri-ciri semua kamu kena terima sebab kamu pilih dia. If you cannot, find someone else who yang lebih fitting, lebih suitable kepada diri kamu, yang kamu suka.
Ya, benar tuh. So ini memang sensitif lah, okay? Jadi sebelum memilih partner, ini salah satu dia yang kau mau fikir lah dia punya consequences bila kau ambil kau punya jalan the next step dia.
Tidak masalah kalau bini mau kerja, okay. Tidak masalah. Cuma
Kalau bini dia mau kerja,
tapi kamu kena tengok, kasih besar anak bukan senang. Okay, dia perlu kamu punya fokus, punya 100% fokus. Kalau you have to, kalau dia kasih kau anak, you have to be able to provide. And of course bini, I am sure banyak bini sana dia mau jadi housewife. Ada juga yang aspire to work also.
yes.
Yeah, like me, saya mau kerja juga, bukan mau duduk-duduk saja di rumah.
Ya betul
Yeah.
tuh, because saya pun tidak boleh.
Yeah.
I like to work. I like
to work. Yeah, we
multitasking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love to work.
Okay. Jadi kalau kami ini saya rasa lah, because me and her memang sama. Okay, like bila kami tengok sesuatu, okay, tengok buku sini, tengok handphone sini, tengok TV di sana pun boleh. Lipatkan sini, phone sini, sana TV,
Yeah.
sana anak, begitu. So that is a multitasking begitu.
Oh, by the way, you can see that in the birthday juga. Kalau seseorang tuh dia ada multitasking.
Yes.
Multitasking and then multi-business.
Yes, betul. If kalau kau rasa terlalu sensitif untuk kau rasa kami tidak ngam, itu dari kau saja tuh,
Yeah.
Dari kau saja tuh.
Yeah.
Alright. The next question, okay. It's like a hard time relating to partner issues.
Means you cannot connect to them or what? Or your partner has an issue.
Yes, maybe your partner has an issue. Let's say, kau punya let's say lah, dan kami bilang kenapa husband sajalah, you also perempuan kah, man kan sama sajalah. Begitu, it's like kau pulang dari kerja macam tu, and then kau penat terus lepas kau pulang dari kerja, jadi kau punya tempat kerja nih buat kau sangat stressful, sangat kau malas. Jadi bila kau balik rumah, kau like talk about kau punya kerja lah, so stressful lah, terus kau macam kau punya begitu, terus kau kasih anu sama partner kau macam tu Pak. So how to deal macam tu.
Is this you mean me talking with the husband or the husband yang talking to me like that?
Mana-mana macam let's say one of it, because it is related issues. So okay, let's say lah husband lah, we talk about husband. They have issue di office begitu, and then balik rumah dia tidak boleh lupakan dia punya kerja, dia mau issue sampai dia bawa tu issue dia balik pergi rumah begitu. Like dia punya like dia punya marah, dia puas hati sampai tu rumah macam tu. So probably that would affect the wife macam tu. So how to fix that? How we fix that?
Okay, usually men they don't say much. Diorang suka diam-diam saja. But women we are the one who are trying to ask them to express, because we're like that. We're like that with each other.
Yes.
But for men, they'd rather keep quiet, because for them they want to settle sendiri. Because that's men like that. They want to settle themselves. Okay, so if like let's say a man comes, which is very unlikely, a man complain, and then like we also complain, we're complaining, and then we're expressing. Okay, just listen. That's all you have to do. Just listen, be present, and ask, what can I do to make your day happy? Or okay, I'll cook for you tonight. Kasi happy dia. Don't try to fix him like, why don't you go to your boss and ask him like that? Jangan buat begitu. Don't try to fix. Because they have the capability to fix it on their own, but you can just be there, listen, support. They want your support. They want you to listen. They don't want you to fix it for them. They just want you to listen.
Yeah, betul tu. So, I mean that is very true. So setiap relationship memang ada. Jadi memang betul juga Rani cakap, tidak boleh yang kau tidak boleh mau, pasti, bagus kau pergi tanya ni, kau pergi cek ni begitu, tidak. Jadi kau kasih dengar saya punya expression, and then biar dorang like sendiri find the solution juga lah. Sebab I'm sure after dorang sama kau, dorang relief kan, dorang akan dapat idea baru untuk kasih selesai itu problem lah. How do you deal with a partner, okay, when you or them feel misunderstood in banyak benda?
You mean misunderstood by everyone or just their partners?
Probably their partners.
I would always not express. I would always tell them how I feel first. I feel misunderstood when you do this. I feel misunderstood when you do that. Without kasih salah dia, don't attack the person's personality. Don't say, you made me feel this, you made me feel that. Just say, I feel this way.
What
It
if
makes me feel this way.
What if that situation kan is like sedang dalam anger? Jadi macam mana? What do you suggest?
I still suggest don't attack somebody's personality. You need to tell them how you feel. You need to tell them how you feel. Yeah. Just ask them to listen. And then you also have to listen to them. Because if you don't listen, you're always gonna get attacked. And about you, what's your opinion?
Saya rasa sama juga macam kau. Like mesti mau baca cakap juga, because dia kadang-kadang benda ni pandai misunderstood. Okay, macam like saya punya experience lah, kadang-kadang kau cakap mungkin itu orang dia tersalah dengar, terus dia mau naik marah begitu. Tapi sebenarnya ni bukan itu orang cakap begitu, tapi kau rasa trigger ni yang dia mau macam tu. But then you say sorry because mungkin kau tersalah dengar, kau tersalah cakap. Jadi sama-sama macam macam kasih consult sama-sama lah begitu. So I think that's the best way. Memang penting juga, like of course seems communication juga lah penting.
And don't attack somebody because you're inviting that to come back to you.
Yes.
So if you feel something, you just tell them, this is me, I feel this way. Jangan kamu cakap, begini, you did this. Dia tidak akan dengar. So if you come from a place of vulnerability, you're in a much better position to be listened, to be heard.
Next one, okay. You don't feel, you feel they don't give enough attention. Okay. For this one, in relationship, sebelum kau in relationship, memang penting kau mau ambil kisah if this person have give you enough time for you or not, kan? Jadi
That's true.
so before kamu in I mean like ya lah, you have to really think about being with this person. Kalau dia bagi kau masa yang cukup sama kau, maksudnya masa yang cukup lah untuk kau. Jadi you will think of to kasih kayak note kah, or stay future together kah, begitu. So what do you think?
Well, I think that if you already know the person like that, kau tidak boleh ubah dia. Kalau memang dia punya cara untuk love tu macam tu, because everyone's love language is different. He may be far away, but dia punya cara, dia punya love is by supporting you to become who you are, by giving you money. That's their love. That's love to them, especially men. When they provide for you, that's love. That's their language of love. Kalau perempuan lain, kalau lelaki lain. So I always get this, my customer, dia orang selalu they feel insecure. So dia bilang saya punya husband selalu bagi saya duit and then give parents my parents to my mom, and then I always think that he's doing something behind my back. Tapi rupanya after reading my ebook, dia faham that is his love language. Man's love language is if he can provide for you, that's love. That is love. So kalau kamu rasa mostly men they will always put their careers first. So kami sebagai perempuan, we have to support that, because what he's doing is support. He is providing for us, which is his way of loving. Yeah,
betul tuh. Okay, the next one ini memang selalu ada di dalam relationship or even marriage. Argue about money.
Yes.
So, what do you think about this in a relationship? Before
Give me
dia
a scenario.
before dia move on to the next step, or in a marriage sudah.
Make sure that he is someone yang dia kerja, dia boleh provide for you, and then you're happy with you, puas hati. Okay, selalunya kalau tidak cukup, itu yang bikin bergaduh. And also apalagi kalau macam lelaki tu tidak kerja, perempuan tu yang semua sudahlah dia yang kasih beranak, sudahlah dia yang kerja, dia kasih bersih rumah, and then dia lagi yang kasih provide for the family. The husband does nothing. So itu pun bikin bergaduh juga.
Okay. So you mean tadi kau cakap ini pasal marriage lah.
Yeah.
So how to fix this about money?
Okay, if you're already married, I would focus on myself and my kids, sebab it's not your job to babysit a man. Okay, sebagai seorang lelaki, kamu kena like sendiri. Don't babysit, don't mother a man. Okay, so a man, dia mampu untuk menjaga diri dia sendiri. So if dia tidak buat semua tu, that means you are mothering him. Okay, you are mothering him. So if you mother him, buat apa dia mau berusaha? So kamu kasih biar dia. You concentrate on yourself. You concentrate on your business, your project, your kids, whatever you're doing. And if it's in a relationship yang belum lagi kahwin, belum lagi sampai tahap kahwin, that is always your choice. I would never say like, oh lalaki ni tidak good duit, jangan kahwin dia. I will never say that. It's just your preference.
Yes.
Do you want to be the one providing for this man, or do you want to be provided by this man? Kamu tanya soalan itu sendiri. If you say okay, I don't mind, then you know what you're going to get into when you get married. That is you're setting the stage for your marriage in the future. And that's different kalau macam lelaki tu dia belum ada duit time kamu dating lah, but he is sedang berusaha. Let's say dia sedang build dia punya business. So business kan perlu banyak expenses. So you're still there, you're supporting him, and then when you're married, dia punya business bloom, and then he's not providing for you. Itu pun boleh jadi juga.
Yeah.
So we don't just assume. But kita boleh tengok
Betul.
jenis lelaki tu macam mana. Adakah dia ada tu is he leading? Does he have make the effort? Itu kita kena tengok. Kalau kau tengok dia duduk-duduk saja, tidak mau buat apa-apa, kamu kah hidup sama orang macam tu?
Yeah, betul. Like the question tadi yang kau jawab tu, like this person sebelum kau kahwin, kau bagi it's related to me. Okay, it's
Oh yeah kan?
it is related to
Yeah.
me, And yes, okay, yang sebelum kahwin kau memang kau tiada, tapi macam mana saya choose saya punya saya punya soulmate. Kenapa ini saya pilih, saya ada kerja juga, saya punya gaji pun okay juga begitu. Kau mau tengok ialah in future, bukan yang sekarang kau mau nanti kau rasa tidak. Tapi saya punya insting, I always believe like dia rajin, dia suka kerja, dia ada passion dia, jadi dia ada dia punya dream, jadi selalu apa yang dia cakap dia mau kan dia dapat begitu. And then I make the right choice, okay, to marry him and then kenapa? Because sebelum ni saya kerja, okay, after 2 years sudah saya tidak kerja sudah, and then dia support, okay, dia support saya fully, and then saya pun
Jadi tai-tai. Jadi
Laponyang
sudah.
ya, jadi at the same time, okay, kami ada bisnes sendiri di sini sama-sama, and ya, jadi saya beli buat apa saya mau buat, macam saya buat saya punya handmade, saya jual. So saya rasa saya sangat-sangat grateful because saya pilih ini, saya tidak give up. Saya buka hati saya tengok jauh.
And by the way, if you read my Dear Feminine Woman ebook, I list down all the traits of masculinity. Like leadership, they have desire to move forward, and also traits of a male who is more to his feminine. So in a relationship, you would see like the woman is more dominating in the relationship. So I also give examples of a wounded male, wounded masculine, apa dia punya traits. So I listed all that. So if you're interested to know, kamu balilah itu buku dari website saya.
Yes, Dear Feminine Woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Cari di sana website www.ratnasoul.com.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only in ebook form. Okay. Tidak yang print out. Belum ada print out lagi.
Ya.
Baru ebook form. Okay.
Tidak rugi kamu beli itu buku, sebab itu banyak membantu untuk wanita-wanita.
Cari the relationship, or you
Yes.
have a problem in your marriage.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Kalau yang kamu tidak puas hati, tidak rasa kami salah nih, dari kamu saja lah juga.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So I would
Yes.
never say you are wrong. I would say you are right. Okay?
Yes.
And we are right also.
Okay, the next one. Ay, betul-betul terlalu banyak loh. Okay, you feel you're giving away too much but getting back too little. Okay, so this one ini satu memang ada sensitif juga. Kalau kau bagi tanpa banyak tapi kau receive kau dapat sedikit, jadi kalau itu dalam relationship saya rasa paling bagus kau pikir betul-betul kau mau sama ini orang atau tidak lah sebelum kau start ini relationship. Okay, sebab kau boleh cari yang lebih bagus daripada ini orang, okay, in the relationship. Sebab kalau kau bagi terlalu banyak tapi kau dapat so little, kau rasa emotionally abused juga nih, gitu. So yeah, how to fix?
Okay. If you feel that you are doing a lot compared to getting back, so you must understand that you are in your masculine energy. So what you're doing is you're basically mothering this guy. Okay? And then you feel emotionally abused, emotionally neglected. Okay? And you have to see your issues around receiving. Okay? If you don't know how to receive, you're gonna end up feeling exhausted, drained. That is how you're gonna feel. Because the law of attraction says if you don't know how to give to yourself, you cannot receive all the blessings that universe wants to give to you. Even though ada banyak, you have like so, your abundance energy is so big, but you don't know how to receive, dia tidak boleh masuk. Kau tidak boleh dapat because there's no channel for it. You don't know how to receive, so you have to work on receiving
Okay.
and giving to yourself.
How about yang sudah kawin baru dia rasa?
It's the same thing. Okay. How you are loved is how much you give to yourself. Because law of attraction is a mirror. Okay. You will attract somebody as much as how much you love yourself.
Yes. Okay. The next one, they are more to intimacy. Okay.
You mean sex?
The sex. Okay, we talk about sex. The sex is missing in actions. How about that in relationship? If there's a problem, this is one of the common problem juga in relationship. The sex is missing. What can you say about that?
Okay. Ada banyak cabang ba ni?
Betul.
Kalau yang sex is missing, kalau langsung tidak sex, itu there is a problem there. Either like kenapa? Firstly, kenapa dari sebelah lelaki ke dari sebelah perempuan? And then if the sex dia kurang, tidak apa, because like for me, I'm always tired. I'm always tired. My husband dia sangat understanding. Dia tidak pernah like marah ke apa. So I'm always tired. Bila kau sudah anak, it's very draining, it's very exhausting, and then you have your own business lagi mau urus. Tired. So you can't even like get up. So kalau musim ovulation tu lah yang kita ada perasaan mau kan, okay, baru husband pun dia on sejak. Because some people their sex is not everything. Some people sex is everything lah, but then some people biasa-biasa saja. Like it's not about the sex. It's not that important. But if you like don't have sex at all, kalau macam berjauhan itu kita sudah maklum berjauhan. But let's say you live together and then macam you ask your husband, your husband tidak mau seks sama kau. So sampai berapa lama? So there is a problem with kau punya husband lah.
So bila dia ada problem,
open communication paling penting. Because for a man kan, kalau dia punya sex drive, dia tidak macam ada perasaan mau seks is ada banyak dia punya issue. Probably dia punya low self esteem. Maybe dia ada itu macam dia punya barang tidak boleh naik kah, and then dia malu, and then dia feel it also macam bring low self esteem juga. And then mungkin dia terlampau stress. Stress number one for men, dia tidak susah mau seks tu. And then kalau macam masalah duit, ini pun bikin lelaki macam tidak mood. Masalah duit, kekurangan duit, tidak boleh, because career, their punya career and their drive to provide for you is number one. So kalau if they fail in that, bagi dorang, if they fail in that, kalau dorang kurang dari segi itu akan buat mereka stress juga. That can affect their sex mood.
Okay. So next one pun sensitif juga. Okay, you don't feel comfortable about their sex preference.
Macam mana?
Means that mungkin ini lelaki dia punya seks ni dia ada like weird. Ada like weird lah. Begitu. So how to deal with begini? Bukan sih lelaki lah, perempuan pun ada macam tu kan. So
macam ganjil lah dia punya
dia punya sex preference dia ada lain sikit lah. Mungkin dia habis setiap orang different macam tu kan. So mungkin ada yang orang couple mungkin tidak suka dia punya partners, dia punya sex preference dia begini macam tu. So how?
Again, open communication. If you really cannot, I know we always want to make our partners happy, but if it comes to the extent that macam kamu tidak boleh terima, you don't have to paksa diri. Tidak perlu paksa diri. Tapi kalau kamu kasih happy dia, boleh juga. Tidak masalah.
It's all about the choice.
It's your choice. Kalau kau rasa, because sometimes people they're not into this weird stuff. They feel maybe they have a trauma around that, or they feel violated. So orang tu tidak boleh paksa. They tidak boleh paksa because it can be traumatic.
Alright, I think the last question betul-betul panjang ini. Actually panjang lagi, tapi kasih pendek dulu lah sebab tidak boleh berjam-jam nih bercakap nanti. Okay, the next question, the last one. Okay, you feel suffocated about living together in relationship. About in relationship lah, before kamu mau satu relationship, kalau kau ada perasaan begini, you have to think whether to living together atau tidak. Sebab living together means semua pun pinjam, semua pun kau pakai macam tu. So how to deal with when partners have this kind of feeling.
If they feel suffocated, firstly you ask what is making them suffocating. Is it the person that makes them suffocated? I mean, itu orang dia terlampau klinika, atau it's just the thought of just being in a space together all the time. I mean, if you can't live together, what apa mau kawin? Because when you kawin, you live together, right? So if you feel suffocated living with someone, that means that person, you're suffocated by that person actually, because the person who you live with, who you marry, it's supposed to make you feel comfortable. It's supposed to make you feel like home, somewhere where you can relax, not feel suffocated. So if you feel suffocated by the person, you reflect back, is this the person for me or not?
Alright, so itu ialah question dia. Mungkin ada 12 kali daripada 15 soalan. Sebab terlampau panjang, so saya kasih pendek sedikit. Yang the rest dia more or less juga, okay? Jadi fikir-fikirlah sebelum kita mau, sama-sama
Someone for the rest of your life.
mau kawin sama orang ini, okay? No joke, no fun. But relationship should be fun.
Yes.
In a relationship. Alright. Tuh hari si Rani ada tanya soalan di dia punya IG, okay, about relationship and intimacy, untuk orang bertanya sama dia lah. So I have here few question untuk dia jawab lah. Okay. Alright. First punya soalan, okay. My previous relationship is long distance relationship. Now we broke up. I felt a little bad for myself because I didn't make it for the second time. My friend somehow said it was his fault, but why do I felt that it was my fault? So, what do you say?
Okay. I did message you back about, I want to know more a bit about it. So, firstly, kita kena hati-hati siapa yang bagi kita relationship advice. Okay? Kalau boleh kita jangan bash any man.
Yes.
No matter how dia kasi tinggal kau ke apa, we don't do any man bashing. Okay? So, why you feel that it's your fault is because you macam 2 kali sudah fail relationship. Okay? So, I understand, but don't blame yourself, but do better. When I say do better is just improve in your ways. Sebab kalau lelaki, but like I said first, relationship has to be it has to feel like home. It has to be stress free, somewhere you can be yourself, comfortable, relax. If there is stress, I know long distance relationship dia bukan mudah. Okay, so you're always like, kalau lelaki itu tidak contact you as much as possible, you're always like, what's he doing, or does he remember me, dia ingat saya kah? So man, kalau dia rindu kau, dia akan cari kau. Okay, this is man. So kalau dia rasa stress in this relationship, they will end it because they're men. Okay, kalau dia selalu rasa stress saja, kau kasih stress saja, dia ada satu masa, okay, mula-mula dia okay saja. He wants to make you happy, always make you happy. But then nothing ever makes you happy. Apa dia buat, nothing ever makes you happy. So how does he feel? He feels that he's not enough for you. He can't give you the attention that you want. Kalau a man, he will give you the attention as much as he has the ability to. If he doesn't have that ability, he cannot give you more. Okay? Dia cuma boleh beri setakat yang dia mampu saja. Now, we as a woman, when we feel that way, kita rasa macam tidak kena peduli. You have to do things on your own. You have to have a life of your own. You have to upgrade yourself. Kasi do something to develop yourself. Jangan terlampau fokus kepada this relationship saja. Because itu lelaki, dia akan rasa she just wants my attention, because she has no life. And then of course that's not attractive. Man misses you when you are not there. So kamu kasih biar saja dia. You have to have your own life, do your own thing. That is a much high value woman who is yang lebih more alluring and more appealing to mention. So okay, seorang lelaki itu dia cuma boleh bagi that attention yang dia mampu bagi. And then sometimes kita ni yang perlu attention selalu, we always feel like when he tidak cari kita, dia sudah lupa kita. Itu perasaan kita, dia tidak cinta kita. Tapi bagi lelaki, if you just leave him alone, your absence is always what makes the heart grow fonder. So kamu kasih biar dia buat apa dia mau. Jangan terlampau kasih stress dia tentang you don't give me attention, you don't give me attention, you don't give me attention. That's very stressful in a relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. So please read my ebook before you get into another relationship.
Yeah. Kalau boleh mau baca, balik-balik mau baca, balik-balik mau baca. Sebab 1 kali, 2 kali, 3 kali masih lewat yang masuk otak tuh, kamu adapt dia sama diri kau. Okay, next one, ada orang tanya juga. Okay, I want to ask, my partner now used to be my best friend for 7 years. Before we're together, actually I don't have any feeling towards him, but by the end of the year of 2020, I realized that my feelings towards him grow more than just a friend. He is good to me and my family. How can I be sure he is the one for me? He wants to take another level of our relationship, means engagement.
So you can see the real masculine men, if they really want something, they will tell you by their actions, not by their mouth. They will tell you by their actions. So if you want to know, you see his actions. Okay, does he provide for you? Does he want to make you happy? Does he want to keep you safe? That is masculine man.
So it means like how can we apa?
How does she know if he's
Yes,
if
he's the one.
Yeah, if he's the one. Like I said, just look at his actions. Okay, and just look at his actions. Dia mau kasih, he's the one who's leading. He wants to lead. He wants to bring you. So that's already saying like not all men will do this. Okay, tidak semua lelaki akan cakap okay mari kita kawin.
Yeah.
Tidak.
Betul.
Yeah.
Besides that, for 7 years you've been you've been together as a friends, and now the feelings grow. Ada intimacy there. So I think that is also a good sign.
Yeah.
Sebab 7 years is very long untuk kau mengenali ini
Yeah.
seseorang.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's time to tie the knot.
It's time.
So if he is the man for you, you just look at your what is the situation when you're together. Adakah ia membawa perubahan positif atau adakah ia membawa perubahan ke negatif?
Yeah.
Okay?
Betul. Sama like bila kamu sama-sama mesti kau punya keburukan semua sama-sama boleh terima. Jadi
Yeah.
kira macam dia boleh terima kau seadanya, kau macam mana begitu, kau ketawa, kau tidak kontrol, kau being yourself begitu. Saya rasa itu boleh pergi next level sudah tuh.
And sometimes, our partners have this irritating thing that they do,
Yes.
that we feel like irritated, but then it's masih boleh terima. And also, of course, I'm not perfect as well. Saya pun banyak yang susah lelaki lain mau terima.
Yeah,
But then,
betul.
my husband is the only person who I'm really lucky because he's the person who always support me, selalu
Yes.
paham saya.
Betul.
Yeah, that's why I'm sangat grateful lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are both grateful kita punya partner. That's why we have this glow,
Yes.
like we have within us macam tu.
And it's because that depends on you.
Yes.
What type of man are you attracting? The
Mm.
way you take care of yourself is what kind of man is you're gonna attract. Okay, it's not only your appearance, it's also your mental, your physical,
Yes.
your emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question, am I capable in helping my mate to build his career?
It's not your job to build his career. It's his job to build his career. You support him.
Yes.
You support him.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
not your job to build his career. Okay, you just support him.
Okay. Next one. Okay, this one maybe not so relay topic, but difference in oversharing and vulnerable.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerable, yeah.
Okay. Oversharing is simply like you're talking too much. Okay, talking too much, something that people don't have to know, but you're
Yes.
telling them unnecessarily.
Yes.
Okay, so there's no relation with vulnerability, but vulnerability is just the action of showing your true emotions, your true feelings, instead of hiding behind a strong persona. Okay, if you feel hurt, you say you're hurt. Jangan kau pura-pura saya okay saja ni. Jangan kamu pura-pura gitu. But say you're hurt. And vulnerability is not something that everyone can do because everyone wants to show that they're strong. But that is what that's what's killing is your emotional intuition. So kita kena you have to be authentic. Be authentic with your feelings. Okay, if you're not happy with something, just say why? Because it makes me feel this. Not everyone can do that. Because
Yes.
everyone wants to show that they're strong, wants to show that they're happy all the time.
Yeah, betul tuh. Okay, next one. Okay, his past family and relationship traumas affecting the marriage. That's the
That's all.
question.
Okay. So saya ada message ni orang tentang I want to know more lah. So what she told me was dia ada trauma, dia punya husband ada trauma. So trauma because dari kecil dia terpaksa tanggung dia punya parents, and then yang I remember lah, dia terpaksa tanggung dia punya parents at a very young age, and then always witnessing the parents fighting each other, always this chaos. So when now that he's an adult, it's affecting their relationship. It's affecting their marriage in the sense that he always accused her of things that she didn't even do. So that is trauma. Okay, that is trauma. When you are a child, you witness something first. You witness the relationship between your parents, how they treat each other. So when that is love to him, that is his association with love. That means when he needed love, that's what he got. He got the parents fighting, all that. So that is love. His love language. You can say that that's his love. Okay, and the second thing is he had to bear the responsibility of their family at a very young age. So you can imagine that injustice that he feels, that he's carrying since he was young. And injustice, when brought out, it translates the instincts into anger. It makes you an angry person. So whatever, apa-apa saja yang tidak kena mengena pun, it can tick him off just like that. So that's why dia sedang buat satu drama supaya he gets the same chaotic situation when dia kecil, dia nampak dia punya ibu bapa begitu, because that's his associations with love. I mean, of course, kita yang tidak tahu about psychology or people punya mind and mentality,
Yes.
we are not equipped to handle this kind of situation. We can only love him, tapi memang sakit hati every time he does that, and then you didn't even do anything, and when you tell him I didn't do that, dia macam tidak faham,
Dia
because
boleh terima.
dia tidak boleh terima, and then that's because that's already trauma. So he needs help. The help that he gets is dia mesti nampak yang apa yang dia buat is hurting your marriage, it's hurting you. He has to see that. If not, dia tidak akan mau. He will not see there's a problem. So that, yeah. So I hope you understand from that aspect. So he does need help.
Yes.
Yeah. And the first thing that can help is self-awareness. I always say that, self-awareness. Sebab itu, even just being aware is already half problem solved.
Betul.
Yeah.
Okay, the last question. Okay, this one. I'm confused. If use law of attractions, we can choose our next love good quality. But then some say no one is perfect. So my good quality man from law of attractions is not available. What mindset should I apply here? I'm really confused. Help me to clarify.
Okay. So law of attraction is my favorite topic.
Yes.
So if you want a perfect man, define what is perfect to you. Okay? If you want a perfect man, semua perfect, you make sure that you are perfect yourself.
Yeah.
Because we can only attract people who are as much as we are.
Yes.
Okay? Kalau kau mau attract, let's say you want to attract a rich man. Why? Because I have so much money problems. So I want to attract a rich man, so supaya saya boleh saya boleh hidup senang, saya punya hutang semua selesai. Itu banyak perempuan punya mentality tau. Banyak perempuan punya mentality.
Banyak,
Banyak. Okay? So
That is wrong.
yes. Of course kita tidak terus perempuan tu tidak mau mengaku, oh this guy yang come to me. Okay, but I'm seeing that this guy is like already married, okay, ataupun tua sudah, ataupun yang doesn't treat you well. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care what you do. I'm just telling you what you are doing by the law of attraction, because you think that apa yang kamu buat, apa yang kamu rasa, kamu punya action tidak terkira. But yang saya mau cakap ni, dia terkira. Law of attraction is watching you. Law of attraction is watching what you're doing. If you're looking for a rich man to get you out of your debt, what are you demonstrating to the universe? You are demonstrating that you are disempowered. You are disempowered, and you cannot go out of this situation on your own. So if you are demonstrating to the universe that you are disempowered, what does that mean? It means that you are a victim, and then you will always feel like a victim. You will always feel like trapped. So this relationship will bring you a feeling of feeling trapped, because what I always see is that the man is either always manipulating you some way, using you in a sexual way, or dia macam selalu control kau punya life. Okay, so you will bring that you will attract to you that same feeling of being like a victim. So if you want to attract that ideal man, make sure that you get yourself right inside, mentality, emotionally. You get yourself right first. Be the right woman. If you want to find the right man, be the right woman. Okay? Jangan macam benda tu kau kasih orang lain yang buat untuk kau. Tidak, kau mesti buat sendiri. Because you will only attract what you are. Okay? That is law of attraction. Do you get it? Because I takut tidak terjawab dia punya soalan.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it, but I'm not sure whether she get it or not. Tapi I get it. Yeah.
Okay, I hope she gets it.
Yeah, because if you want to use the law of attraction to find a man, sometimes it's not a appropriate way juga lah.
Yeah, I mean like I wouldn't say perfect, because how would you feel if you expect someone to be perfect? And then that person is always gonna be like stressed around you.
And then you will
don't do that to someone.
And then you will feel like macam, you know, you keep this insecure on yourself because of you want this tapi kau mau, I mean you want this guy tapi kau mau kasih langsung kau punya hidup tapi you still scared. Okay, deep inside you still feel scared and tidak pandai puas punya tu macam tu. So
and what do I always say? If you follow my LOA class, I always say go with your feeling, because your feeling, your emotions, they have a vibration. This vibration is what law of attraction works with. So what do you want to feel in a relationship? Firstly, you want to feel love, right? You want to feel love. I want to feel free. I want to feel supported. I want to feel abundant. I want to feel what else? I want to feel provided. So make sure you do that on yourself. And when you feel that way, you're gonna attract a man who will give you that.
Yes. Just jangan terlampau mau minta-minta juga lah. Kadang-kadang yang materialistic tu ada sedikit kalau you know to having this good life.
No judgment towards a materialistic woman. Okay, you just do what makes you happy. Okay.
Yeah.
No judgment towards that. But then, what you said.
Well, okay. Anyway, kita punya conversation untuk hari ini, kita punya topik untuk hari ini, it's almost done. Okay, so before we end our topic di sini, our today, saya mau kasih inform. This Saturday we have our live birthday calculations. Jadi masih lagi boleh join. Okay, untuk sesiapa yang mau tahu kamu punya diri, kelemahan, kebaikan. Lepas tu untuk bolehlah join kami di Saturday. So masih harga dia 2999. Okay, 2999 nah, bukan 2990. Okay. And
what's different about this is I'm gonna tell you what you can reignite from your ancestral lineage. Let's say macam hari ni dalam kau punya birthday langsung tiada nombor macam kau boleh popular, kau boleh famous. Langsung tiada. Tapi you can reignite that if you're ancestral, if you are a descendant of that. Kamu boleh kasih hidup balik itu.
Yes.
It's always happened and it's very common. So that's why this is ini sangat bagus and it's different. I don't do that in birthday calculation report.
The birthday calculation is very true. I 100% believe that is accurate. Okay, so
if you want to learn how to, kamu boleh ambil setiap online course. I tell you all the secrets.
Yes. Okay, jadi masih buka lagi. So so alright, I think we have to end this because it's take too long.
Yeah.
Haus sudah lapar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so bye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.